Hello friends, this is not explanation video of class 11th physics on chapter motion in plane vectors. Friends, if you are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel and you can download PDF notes in the video description. So let's start. In that video, first of all, we will know that scalar quantities, then need of the vectors, then vector quantities and type of the vectors. First, scalar quantity. A physical quantity which can be described completely by its magnitude only and does not require a direction is known as a scalar quantity. It obeys the ordinary rules of the algebra. Example: distance, mass, time, speed, temperature, etc. So, scalar quantity is a quantity which has only magnitude, no direction. Next is need of the vector. Why we need the vector quantity? In one-dimensional motion, only two directions are possible. It is taken by using positive and negative sign. When a body or a car is moving on x-axis, it has two dimensions. One is positive x coordinate or negative x coordinate. So we use by plus and minus signs. But in case of motion in the two dimensions plane or three dimensions space, an object has large number of the directions in that case. To deal with such situations, we need to introduce the concept of new physical quantity which is called vectors. Now, what is the vector quantity? A physical quantity which requires magnitude and a particular direction when it is expressed is known as vector. Vector quantity must obey the rules of vector algebra. A vector is represented by a line headed with an arrow. So this is the vector. We can denote by it like that. Its length is proportional to its magnitude. PQ is the length of the vector and it is denoted by its magnitude. Let A is a vector. Now A vector, we can write it PQ vector. Magnitude of A vector, it is equals to the mod of A, or simply we can write A. Now the starting point of the arrowed line is called origin or point of application, and the end point at Q, it is called tip or head of the vectors, and the line itself PQ, this line is called line of action. Next, types of vectors. There are so many types of the vectors. Number 1, position vector. A vector which gives position of an object with reference to the origin of a coordinate system is called position vector. So here is the diagram. Here OP is the position vector of P. When a body located at point P, then its position vector with respect to the origin O is represented by OP vector. So this is the position vector. Now displacement vector. It is that vector which tells how much and in which direction an object has changed its position in a given time interval. So here position vector at time t is OP. Position vector at time t days is OQ when the body displaced from P point to Q point. Then PQ, it is denoted by displacement vector, and we will know later on that this displacement vector PQ is equals to OQ minus OP. Next is the polar vector. The vector which have a starting point or a point of application are called polar vectors. Example: displacement, velocity, force, etc. All of that is the polar vector because displacement, velocity, force, all of those have a starting point. So it is called polar vectors. Next is axial vectors. The vectors which represents the rotational effect and act along the axis of rotation in accordance with right hand screw rules are called axial vectors. It is denoted by that when a body is rotated in the circular path, if the particle is moving in that direction, then we have to put our right hand in such a way that our forefinger is indicate the direction of motion of the body and thumb will represent the direction of the axial vector, where this axis is called axis of the rotation. For axial vector, it has not starting point. Next is equal vectors. Two vectors are said to be equal if they have equal magnitude and same direction. A vector is equals to the B vector when the direction of the A vector and direction of the B vector same, also the magnitude of A vector and B vector same. If a vector is displaced parallelly from one point to the another itself, it remain equal to the itself. By keep fixing A vector as it is, if we displaced B vector parallel to the A slightly here, then also A vector is equals to the B vector. Because of in that case also the magnitude of A vector and B vector equal, also the direction of the A vector B vector equal. Next is opposite or negative vectors. The vectors which have equal magnitude but opposite direction are called opposite vectors. AB and BA are the opposite vectors. Here the magnitude of AB and BA are same but the direction of AB and BA is opposite. So they are opposite vector. Now in that case we can write AB is equals to minus BA. In physics, minus sign indicates that the direction which is opposite to the previous one. That means the direction of AB and the direction of BA is opposite. Next is coplanar vector. The vectors which are acting in the same plane are called coplanar vectors. Here A, B and C all are lie in the same plane. So all of those vector is called coplanar vectors. Note, two vectors are always coplanar. Here A, B, C are coplanar vector. In that case A, B, C lie in the same plane. So this is the coplanar. But two vectors, whatever be the vector, x coordinate, one vector along x coordinate, another vector along y coordinate, is called coplanar because they lie in the one plane. If we consider x vector and z vector, this is also coplanar. If we consider vector along y coordinate and vector along z coordinate, also they will coplanar vectors. Next is co-initial vectors. The vectors which have the same initial point are called co-initial vectors. Here A, B and C, three vectors, starting point is the same at point O, so they are called co-initial vector. Next is co-terminus vector. The vectors which have common terminal point are called co-terminus vector. Here A, B, C, they have a common terminus point, so they are called co-terminus vector. Next is modulus of vector. The modulus of a vector means the length or the magnitude of that vector. it is a scalar quantity and modulus of vector A. Suppose a vector A and we have to take its modulus. Now we can write modulus of A vector is equals to mod of A vector, or we can simply write A. Next is the unit vector, which is the very important. A vector having unit magnitude is called unit vector. It is used to specify the direction. A unit vector is represented by A cap. Unit vector in the direction of A vector is given by A cap is equals to A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. From that equation we can write A vector is equals to A mod into A cap. That means we can also write A cap. That means unit vector is equals to that vector divided by magnitude of that vector. So this is the unit vector. Unit vector means a vector which has unit magnitude but also direction same to that given vector. A unit vector is unitless and dimensionless vector and represents directions only. Here it is a Cartesian coordinate x, y and z. Along x, the unit vector represented by I cap, small I cap. Along y, the unit vector is represented by small j cap, and along z, the unit vector is represented by small k cap. Note: angle between two vectors is that angle which is measured when they are joined from head to head or tail to tail. That means A vector, B vector, here this is the starting point. That means tail. So angle between tail to tail is 60 degree. Now here this is the head of A and this point is the tail of B, and the angle is the 120. This is not possible. We can take the angle between the two vectors when they connect, they joined head to head or tail to tail, like that. The angle between the two vectors also taken by when they are joined head to head. This is the tail to tail. When this vector is the A vector and this is the B vector. Now if we displaced it like that, now it will be like that. Then this will be angle between the A and B. If this vector not here, it is like here, means head of the B and head of the A at the same point, but B vector parallelly displaced. Then the angle between them, it will also 60 degree.